Christine. It is time to do a 52 favorite photos, 52 weeks of 52 favorite photos, whatever. I'm kind of cheating a little bit because I imagined I don't know that she said this, to be honest, though. I imagined like your favorite photo of the week. Well, I'm going to have 3 photos, and I'm not going to lie. This was even a toss-up in the sense, I'll tell you in a second, but basically we had a snowstorm down here in South Texas. It's actually a winter storm that kind of covered the whole Gulf. And my understanding is, like I said, there was snow in like Alabama and Mississippi, and like that's like never happened. So I thought that was kind of worth documenting. We got the snow and ice. There's the little goat, y'all, and they like the sunshine. Do you see they're standing on the grass? They don't want to stand in the in the snow. But anyway, so I got these 3 pictures of the snow, and I've got this collection. It's the Scrap Room Flavors of the Month, and I was kind of excited because we never have snow, like ever. So it kind of worked out because this is Photo Play Yeti for winter. This is adorable. Look at these little Yetis, y'all. So, yeah, this is really pretty. I may end up using this. I don't know. I have to think about what I want to do from the paper standpoint. But anyways, black cardstock. And I'm going to tell you, the reason it was hard for me to choose is because, so this is going up on the 27th, I think it is, which means you kind of do the photo from the week before. So I guess that's the 20th through the 26th or whatever. And I had to take my husband to the emergency room this week. He got an infection in his elbow, you guys. This poor man needs a reality show. Anyway, if you're on my Facebook, you saw a post about that. So I debated because I took a picture when we were at the emergency room. But honestly, he's been to the emergency room before. And like this snowstorm's never happened before. So I'll still probably document the emergency room visit just because it was a weird thing that he had happened. But this is the photos I think I'm going to do for the particular hop. So let me figure out my design. I don't have a clue. I know I definitely want to use, obviously, these stickers because they're freaking adorable. I need a snow day. Love this snow. I mean, this is just freaking adorable. So I want to use these, but I got to figure out my design over here. I kind of do enjoy this as like a matte. So, but I got 3 photos. So let me kind of poke around, see what I can do. I'll be back on in a second. Okay, you guys. So I ended up finding a sketch on Pinterest. I cannot get my iPad to save the darn thing. I don't know what's going on. I can tell that it's created by Laura Creates, who has an Instagram, it looks like, Laura Creates 50. So definitely want to give her credit. It was saved by somebody else. It's like their random board or something. But I've tried to save the image and all that. My iPad is so old, you guys. I don't know. I can't get it to save, but maybe if you go to her Instagram, I don't know how old this is either, so I don't have any idea like when she may have made this sketch, but I really enjoy this. So what she's got on there, and you'll see me recreate it basically. I say recreate it. I mean, I'm following the sketch. So there's some circles, and she's got like 2 in the upper left area, and then like 1 kind of toward the bottom right. And the 2 in the upper left are kind of overlapping / touching. So I really like this design. I thought it was unique. And I really thought it worked well with these snow pictures. So I thank you, Laura Creates, and then thank you, Sally Vest, who is the board I found it on. And again, I don't have any idea how old this is. I couldn't get to click over to the actual page or whatever. So, and I couldn't get the darn thing to save, so I could show you. But anyway, that's who they are. So I did trim down the photos. They're 3x4 when I print them, and I did knock off a 1/2 inch basically off the bottom because there just wasn't any, I didn't have to have it. So I've done that, and I'm going to matte. I did do the plaid as a matte for my layout, and that's cut down that black cardstock by 1/2 inch. And then I'm going to matte these photos on the like white snow paper because it's going on this black cardstock, so I thought the white would look good. The sketch showed like little polka dot paper behind the photo, so that's why I went ahead and used that polka dot as my circles. I will say my upper right circle gets kind of covered up. I mean, I think my photos are a little bit bigger than the sketch intended. So I'm going to start messing with this. And you can still see it right now. But once I get done putting my stickers and whatnot, it's almost gone. You can still kind of see it, but not much. So the way the sketch worked is there was these 3 circles. And then she had like paper strips kind of going behind the circles to ground them, which worked perfectly for me because I do have all these little patterns, right? So I'm going to use... let me see. I don't know what the backside of things are. I'm sorry. It's got like the swirly whirly green on tone kind of thing. I'm going to make that into a strip. I will use the plaid also as a strip. And then there's like a dark, like Christmas tree or like a snow covered pine trees, pattern in here that I'll end up using as well. I don't have much of that showing either. I think I end up covering up a lot of different things, y'all. I mean, you can still see stuff when I get done, but it's a lot of the little patterns and stuff get covered. So I basically put 3 little pattern strips behind each of the circles. And then the sketch also has little tags. So I have pulled out, you can see on the left-hand side, I did pull out my 3-inch circle punch. So that's how I made the circles. And then I've got my tag punch over there because it's a 2-inch, it makes a little 2-inch tag. And I thought that was a nice size. So I'll end up doing that also. Let me see what else I got. I'll tell you about the photos since I'm kind of messing with these strips here. What I actually do, by the way, I will kind of organize these things and then I'll go off camera to glue them together. And then you'll see me come back on camera when I glue the circles down. I actually create like a little paper block or whatever with the circle and the strips before I glue it to the actual cardstock. So you'll see me kind of glue it down, but you're not going to see me glue these together. But the photos, okay, so the top photo, I took it very early in the morning. I want to say, maybe 6 o'clock or something like that. And you can see this, well, you may not can at the moment because it's kind of shiny, but that's actually our little goat shelter out in our pen out there. And we had bought a little brood lamp. I say little. It's a brood lamp to try to keep their little shelter warm. And it worked pretty good. We had, you put tons of hay and all that stuff. And of course, they kind of cuddle up together. And then we put the little brood lamp out there because it got cold, y'all. Like in the teens cold. And, we don't have anywhere to put them inside. Obviously, they're goats. So we were like, okay, how can we keep them warm? And you can't put like a space heater out there because it's a flame. It's can cause a fire hazard. So we were able to do a little research and found a little brood lamp. And, you hang that up or whatever so it's not anywhere near something fire, whatever. Now, somebody on here is going to tell me we did it wrong. I don't know. That's what we were recommended to do. So that's what we did. And it seemed to work fine. And they liked it. So it keeps it warm, but not like overly warm. So that's why that's glowing, because that little heat lamp out there. And then the picture right beneath that is actually the backyard. It's kind of a similar view. It's actually farther back. I had zoomed in on the little shed on the top picture, and this one's kind of zoomed back, so you can kind of see the snow and the ice in the backyard. And then the bottom right is actually, my daughter had gone out for a walk the next day or later in the afternoon or something like that, and she caught the little goats and they were out. Although, if you look at the photo, they're standing on the grass. They will not stand in the snow. They do not care for the snow. So, but they were fine. They were bleeping and carrying on. So, seemed happy and satisfied. They had their little cozy shelter and all that, which it does kind of keep the wind and the cold. It's a nice little shelter, actually. My husband and my son-in-law did a good job with that. So, those are the 3 pictures. I took another one of like out my craft room window and stuff like that, but I just didn't use them here. So, I've got everything now glued together. You can see my little blocks of papers there are all kind of put together. So I'm going to glue those down where I want them on the page here, kind of aligned with the sketch. It's not exactly the sketch, if I'm honest. Her photos were a little smaller, so her design was a little more compact, but I like this a lot. I feel like I took up, goodly amount of space on the page, and once I start sticking the stickers down, you'll see in just a second, it turned out really cute. Because there's little tags, I thought, okay, I'm going to put some little strings on here. So I'm going to tie some knots. This takes me just a second. I'm not quite all thumbs with these, but it takes me a second to get them just perfectly, the right size or whatever in my mind. So I'll do that. And then I'm going to get on the sticker sheet. And I'm not going to, the stickers are so cute. I'll put some down, but then I will come back off camera and add foam. And you'll see in just a second. I'll tell you which ones I add foam to them. I do like the dimension of behind stickers. Like if you use stickers, if I use stickers, I do like to add foam behind various different ones to give dimension, because otherwise it'll end up a really flat page, which that's not a bad thing if you're trying to keep your albums thin. I can't tell you that I usually ever aim for that. I don't go for real big bulky, but I don't mind a little foam. So I start off with the little Mr. Yeti down there. Oh wait, my title's going to be Let It Snow. I knew for sure that was the best title. I Need a Snow Day, but just from the shape of what I have going on, that was the best shaped title and everything. So I start with Mr. Yeti there. I started him at the bottom and I moved him to the top, but spoiler alert, I'm going to move him back to the bottom in a minute. I thought he was going to cover up too much of my strips on the bottom, so that's why I moved him, but ultimately I'll end up having to move him again. I forget why I made that decision, to be honest with you, but I put the little Yeti down at the bottom, I put the little Yeti at the top, I pulled a little snowman out, he's really cute, and I've got Burr, which is a little speech bubble with Burr. I do like this little banner piece. I thought about putting it under the photo. She doesn't really show that on the sketch at all, you guys. This little piece, this sticker here is not represented on the sketch at all, but I thought it was too cute. I had to have it. So it says winter. And then I pull out some little mittens. I think this is where I'm going to look and see in a second. I may switch that. I forget why I do it now or when. Here's some little mittens. I'll stick that underneath there, underneath the little burr thing. So what I'm going to end up putting foam underneath is burr. It gets some foam. Oh, I know why I switched them, because I do find this Winter Wonderland. That's Snow Days. That's going to get some foam in a minute. But I will find Winter Wonderland on the bottom down there. There's a bunch of little like winter phrases. And I really want to put that on my bottom photo. And I think, for some reason, I had it in my head. What's so funny is I think these Yetis are identical in size. I have absolutely no idea why I switched them now that I'm thinking about it. I just don't have any idea. I was messing with this because I did want it to be on the bottom of the photo, but not covering. I didn't want it to lay over the top of the photo mat. It was going to look a little strange to me. So I'll end up kind of reorganizing all this stuff. And again, I don't really know why I decide I have to move him, because I don't think they're really any different sized. But I'll mess with this, and then I'll end up switching them, thinking, well, he's a different size. But again, I don't know that he really is. So who knows? But I'll put the little Yeti on the top up there. He'll get some foam behind him. And then the little snowman will get some foam behind him. And then the Let It Snow title gets foam behind it. I did have a weird dead space between those two strips of paper under that tag on the right there. So I add a little snowflake sticker to hide that dead space. I didn't like that, so I fixed that. And then I got all my stuff glued down, all the foam and everything, and I'm just going to write the date basically underneath that left-hand side picture. Here's what I mean, though. You can kind of see where I've got the circle in the upper right is basically covered up. I did add one sticker, too, that said Lodge This Way. And that is my layout, you guys. That is documenting our snowfall. And again, I'm going to count that as a 52 photo thing. I know I've got 3 photos on there, but I think that's okay. I don't know that she actually said just one photo. It's just the way I read it. So we're going to say it's okay. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be kind if you're a goat owner and we effed up, because I don't think we did. They seem happy and satisfied and everything is good, but we did the best we could. So anyways, thank you guys so much, and we'll talk soon. Bye.